push your quads outward with the ground, it locks everything in.
Okay.
So the hips back and your quads pressing against outward. Yeah. See all that?
Right.
That's great. That's what you want. Try double biceps and ready. And keep those legs back. Legs first. Good. Both legs. Both legs. There you go. That's a great action. There you go. Keep them locked. Keep them locked. Keep them locked. Keep them locked. Hold it. Hold it. True Nutrition pack just came in. Let's see what we got. True Nutrition black hat. Looks like we got a shirt. Ubiquinol. Ubiquinol 100 milligrams. Ubiquinol, which is the active form of coenzyme Q10. We got custom blend, true flavor French vanilla, grass-fed whey, egg whites, and whey protein isolate cold filters. We got true flavor pumpkin spice, 50% whey protein isolate and 50% micellar casein. We got true flavor French vanilla, 75% whey isolate and 25% whole egg protein for slow digestion. Last one, custom blend, pumpkin spice flavor, whey isolate, and hydro whey for post-workout. TrueNutrition.com, and Matt P is the code. All right, guys, we are at Supply Side West Expo trade show here at the Mandalay Bay. As you can see, we have a crowd of people behind us. It's starting now. Basically just a ingredient trade show for MPA subs to pick up maybe some new product ingredients, new machines, new material basically. So it's a 2-day event. It's 8 hours each day, and we are going to be overwhelmed with awesome things for the upcoming product line and everything in the future. So we will keep you guys posted and bring you along to Expo.
What we have.
Gotcha. Because that's what I was trying to decide what I want to do, and I wouldn't even know. Like, could you guys have examples of other companies that have used it for like hydration purposes or just electrolyte purposes?
Not very many people have actually used it for the hydration purposes. We've gone out there and talked about it, but nobody's actually just bid on it.
I'm kind of confused, like what dose or whatever. Like, I always want to put like a hydration complex or something.
A lot of protein, negative nitrogen balance. You're going to lose muscle mass like crazy for diet. So if you have people preparing for a show, for a contest or something, they're trying to massively lose, they get down to 1,100 calories.
And preserve muscle because of lower caloric intake.
Exactly. You're going to preserve. Preservation, I mean, you should write a paper on it. I wrote a little thing and sent it to you. What's the cost of a pound of muscle? I mean, find that your tighter rises really fast and it's more prolonged than yours. So we fight Keohaka all the time. We have studies that our parent company, Intel Pharma, that shows that.
So what would
you don't really want citicoline. Right. It's inferior.
What would marry well with something like alpha GPC?
Nootropic?
Or nootropic or something for mental clarity and like teocrine is one that we're looking at.
Tyrosine, B vitamins, kind of stuff. And a couple of trick amino acids. B vitamin complex.
Right. Lunchtime, Supply Side West. We're at the Mandalay Bay Food Court.
This guy.
What's up?
This guy.
Yep.
Don't even know him, but this guy.
This guy, hey. Come see him at booth. What booth?
0116.
0116.
At 3:30, cocktail reception starts at 3:30.
There you have it. And as you can see, it's saturated with a bunch of people, and we're making do with some burgers. I got a double chicken breast burger. Rachel has to have her onion rings, and Mitch got the double heart attack burger there. This was like a $60 lunch here somehow. I don't know how it was that much money, but that's what you do whenever.
$15 buffet. So much cheaper yesterday.
So much cheaper, the $15 buffet. And halfway done, or more than halfway done, we got some more ingredients to check out. Here's our food right now.
No, we're left.
So the ATP exogenous source would be pre-workout.
Yes, absolutely, pre-workout.
That probably would go really well with creatine too.
It would. And you can have a separate peak ATP product SKU, and then you can also have the HMB. So,
did they do the was it Optimum that came out with the ATP version like years ago, 10 years ago? It was literally ATP in a capsule or a tablet.
I'm not sure.
Or is this newer?
No, peak ATP's been on the market for
so that might
roughly
be
10 years or so.
Okay. Then it might have had a little fade out period. It might be like back in action.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because we're just coming out with different products. And we have a pre-workout coming out, but it's not finalized.
One thing with the peak ATP is that the European market had shown efficacy, and it's actually marketed as a drug in France for lower back pain. And when they brought it to the bodybuilding market in the U.S., they were trying like this 200 milligram dosages, and they weren't timed with your workouts and everything. But we've done research now that shows that 400 milligrams right before your workout is what you need to do to get the maximum benefit.
What mechanism was causing that?
All right, taking a break here. Supply side, how you doing?
Good.
Great. I feel great. Back feels wonderful. Walking all day around the trade show.
I know.
Yep.
So what did you learn?
What did I learn?
What did you get out of this?
I learned that the people that we get our ingredients through currently are very solid, and out of the hundreds of people that are here, there's a lot of, I would say, riffraff or people that are maybe not as solid, so I'm very happy with who we're going through right now for MPA Sups. And I found more than a couple awesome ingredients for potentially future products, for general health, heart health, etc. So pretty good experience so far. No fronies. No fronies.
At Lucille's barbecue after a long 2 days at the Supply Side Expo. We had a successful week, so Matt is peppering the crap out of his food right now.
These are bigger holes. Holes are too small.
So I have watermelon and brisket. What do you got there, Mitch?
Brisket, garlic mashed potatoes, and some corn on the cob.
And Matt, you have half a chicken.
Half a chicken, cornbread.
That looks
dry
just a
baked
little
potato.
fattier than you normally go for.
This is breast.
But what's that leg over there? You gonna eat it?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat it.
Right before gyno surgery?
Dude, I've been burning mad calories today.
So much walking. Good God.
All right, late night gym session number 2 today. Trained biceps and triceps earlier, doing my legs tonight. Why? Because the last training session before my gyno surgery tomorrow morning at 10:15, they're gonna cut open my freaking nipple area while I'm awake, local anesthetic. Gonna bring you along for that. Gonna capture the surgery. No, I'm not, just joking. Not gonna capture the surgery. That's disgusting. You can actually watch that on YouTube right now for other people, but this is it. Don't know how long I'm gonna be out of commission, but I gotta come in here, trained everything pretty much twice a day for the last couple days. Make sure I tax my whole body before I'm put under for maybe 3 weeks, who knows. So keep everyone posted on my breast surgery. Looky here, final night before surgery, and look what I ordered. Yep, not just for Rach, for me. Good old Domino's, plus what else, Rach? Some crazy bread? I don't know what the hell she ordered. But I'm gonna get down tonight because I trained 3 different body parts today before my surgery. And I promised my wife I'd enjoy a pizza with her. I haven't had pizza in over a year. Might bust open some, we have some, what, cider beer? Yeah, might even have a little cider beer. Why not? Then I'll be out of commission for a couple weeks.
I think we have just...
Not too happy about Domino's though. I kind of wanted a more authentic place, but it's Sunday and it's late, so...
I think we only have
to do.
longboard left, like regular...
All right, morning of the surgery, and I'm instructed to bring my medication to the clinic to medicate there, not beforehand. They got me on Valium, 5 milligrams, so a pretty low dose. I don't know how many they're gonna let me take. And then for pain, they got me on Percocet I think only 10 milligrams, just for pain. Some people don't need it. I might not need it because I don't really like to take pills. And I got a compression garment vest I bought online. I'll show you guys that later. I'll try the silly thing on. It's very tight. I got a size smaller to bring everything even tighter to hopefully expedite the healing process a little faster. It's basically like a squeam, so it cinches together. And the surgery, maybe it'll take 45 to an hour, I've heard. That's what he thought from just looking and examining my chest. And I'm not supposed to drive after the surgery, obviously. So Rachel's bringing her computer, has Wi-Fi there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
I'll be stuck there a while if I have to pick up my grandparents first.
Well, your grandparents can arrive at 12, right?
Yeah.
This will probably end.
Yeah, but they said they want to start the surgery half an hour earlier, half an hour late.
Okay. Well, hopefully it'll be smooth, easy peasy. Local anesthetic. Wish I could have headphones on or something, but they probably won't let that happen.
You didn't even bring them if you wanted to.
Yeah. All right. See how I do.
How'd it go?
Went great.
Are you still out of it?
Look at this bad boy.
He's got his vest
Got
on.
my chest squeam on. I actually saw.
Oh, it's a belly shirt, actually.
Yeah, look at that. I got to see the glandular tissue, which I will post on Instagram for you guys to check out.
Oh, nobody wants to see that.
Oh, they do want to see it. I'm all perked up and volumed up, feel good. I saw the job right afterwards. It looked really tight and nice.
Did you just sleep?
I couldn't sleep. I was talking to him.
Oh.
I had kind of dry mouth, caught
You
enough.
probably were like annoying.
I wasn't being weird and goofy.
Matt
Everything is good
sometimes
so
gets
far.
really, really talkative.
That's whenever they put the gas over me, then I'm like Mr. Talkative, like a drunk. But this is
So
good.
now you're gonna go home and rest while I pick up my
I
family.
might do like a Chip and Dale appearance with this vest on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so far so good. We'll keep everyone posted. I come back next Tuesday for the checkup to take out the sutures.
What time?
He kept saying, which is I thought was odd, that he's like, you have no fat. He's like, literally, there's no fat here. It's really hard to not make an indent. So he was trying his best to partition what fat he could find. So I was like, hey, I feel fat. But he's like, no, this is lean. So that was cool.
So Matt is kind of dead in here. How you feeling?
I feel like I got beat in the chest with a baseball bat.
Really?
Yeah, really.
So he's gonna rest a little bit, and my grandparents are here. So I think we're gonna go. My brother's here, my grandpa's here, and we are gonna go do something. Maybe go to Hoover Dam, maybe go to Green Valley, but we're gonna do something right now because Matt is dead. He doesn't feel well, so he's gonna rest a while we hang out and do something.
Oh, why? It's not gonna go anywhere.
No, I'm breaking it.
I just got home after a long day out with my grandparents, and I just want to ask Matt with his tiny tank how things are going. Babe, how are things going?
It hurts. It hurts a lot, actually.
Did you take more
I
Percocet?
usually get out because of you.
It's okay, I'll get him.
Just a little gyno update, guys. Been 7 days, had my compression vest on. It's just like one of those squeams, but on my chest. It's really tight, really annoying, really constricting. Haven't been able to train. So of course my mind feel flat and fat and all that stuff. Notice we're at Burger King.
Well, I don't know. Do you want to go to Del Taco?
it's not what you think. Okay, this is not what it looks like. There's charbroiled chicken salad here. I'm not gonna get a Whopper,
chicken,
especially while I'm in compression and not training. But I think my wife here might get a Whopper Junior, so we'll be able to film that.
Something about a junior. Well, how do you feel about Del Taco?
Del Taco? I don't know. We can check out the menu as long as I get some chicken breast.
Okay,
point
let's
is,
just go in here. I'm hungry.
all right. Point is, so far the surgery, I've been not exercising, no cardio, no nothing, eating liberally since we had our Supply Side West Expo, our business partners in town. So diet has been really loose, buffets. So I'm probably getting a little softer and not training. But
you look fine.
But
Let's go eat.
I'll update everyone tomorrow. I go in for my 1 week checkup on my chest to take off the stitches and all that stuff, and I'll report back. And let's see what kind of healthy food we can get at BK. BK. Charbroiled chicken salad. Let's look what Rach got. Damn.
Whopper.
Not even a junior. That's a real Whopper. So jelly. And then a crispy chicken sandwich.
I don't know why you're jealous. You can have it.
I can't have it. I'm already gaining fat just from not
you
moving.
choosing to not.
There you have it, Burger King. Minuscule amount of chicken and then a bunch of lettuce. And of course, diet raspberry, diet Coke Zero. How is it? Everything you remembered it to be? Just got out of my appointment after 8 days. Took out the stitches. It hurt really bad. Maybe because it was dried and there's blood on there. I don't know. It was just really hard to pull them out. So that hurt probably more than the surgery. And since the doctor claims there was no fat on my chest, which I felt like there was, that he pulled out the entire gland, and it's really sensitive to movement. So
2 more weeks.
If I move or exercise, then it's have a good chance of ripping or causing seroma or fluid buildup. So I've already not trained for 8 days. He wants another 2 weeks, and I'm having a real hard time with that because I'm already deflating, and I feel like if I don't, I'll probably end up back where I was before starting TRT. I don't know, so I'm frustrated. I'm not in a good mood.
We just put gauze on, but next time we have to put Neosporin on, we will show you what it looks like.
Yeah, so this sucks. I don't know what I'm going to do.
We're just going to work more and make more new products.
Jump on a cycle after this.
No.
Yeah. What up? Thursday night, and
You're going to have to talk loud.
we were walking just around a local shopping area, Green Valley in Vegas.
It's date night, so I wanted to go to Pottery Barn.
Not date night.
Kind of.
Thursday night.
I wanted to go to Pottery Barn and Williams-Sonoma,
So as you can see, we're sitting outside on October. Very nice weather. I'm actually wearing a sweatshirt. I don't need to. I'm just wearing it because my my little surgery vest, my GYNO surgery. But music's playing outside. Football game on. Very comfortable atmosphere. I'm gonna be having a salad, chicken, just dieting strict while I'm inactive here for the next 3 weeks post-surgery. Wife wants some appetizers and whatnot, so just kind of a cool atmosphere for October, even November. I'm sure maybe it'll start getting colder in November, so it's probably maybe the last 2 weeks we can do something like this, but it's pretty cool.
we went to Bella Vita and I wanted the meatballs and they're already sold out, so no meatballs.
Meatballs are that good. Thought about getting carpaccio. Still might get some on top of my salad, which is just meat. I can reduce the olive oil with a salad. Love my raw meat. So anyway, what's this place called again?
Bella Vita.
Bella Vita.
It's new. It's in Green Valley.
All right. And there we are. Chicken salad, nothing special here. Minestrone soup and a shrimp salad by Rach. Endless diet sodas. Green Bay on versus Chicago. I think they just killed it, actually. They're killing it. And the band, of course. There you have it. All right, guys, going on a mid-afternoon walk around the neighborhood. Just because some form of activity. I'm on day 12 of the GYNO surgery, and I've been good. I haven't worked out, even though I've been tempted to. So basically, I've just been limited to some minor walking. So I'll basically just walk around my neighborhood and literally get lost because I'll be looking at my phone, which probably isn't the safest thing. But it's some form of blood flow and activity. So the thing is, I will lose a little bit of muscle inevitably. Whenever you're inactive or dormant for even over probably 7 days, you'll probably start losing some tissue and burning it off, just because there's no mechanical force or no muscle stress. So a lot of people think that it's more important to eat protein and BCAAs for muscle preservation, but the truth of the matter is mechanical tension or mechanical force is more important in muscle retention than eating protein every 2 hours. So if you were to take like a guy in prison with limited food, saltine crackers, but he pumps iron every day, or you take a guy doing no lifting weights and have him eat protein BCAAs every 2 hours, a guy in prison with no food is going to be bigger muscles. So therefore, that's why I'm going a little nuts and not being able to stimulate my muscles. So it looks like
when he could be using
I'll be
time
doing,
to just have fun.
It looks like I'll be
using
doing
it to be crabby.
So anyway, so Wayne got the stitches out, which would hurt a lot. I think maybe they crusted in like the blood or whatever, maybe crusted in the stitches more, so whenever she yanked them out, it really kind of was pretty painful. And then
He didn't say a word though, so it didn't look like it.
no, I didn't say a word at all. I wanted to look like I'm tough, which I am, but it hurt really bad.
Did you drink or eat something? Your lips
I got
are
something on my
orange.
lips.
They're orange.
They're orange? Oh, I had my my palm fruit. Tocotrienols, Tocopherols, good health product. Everyone knows I recommend it, palm fruit.
Look at all these Halloween decorations.
Anyway, so the gyno surgery is going good. Looks like it's healing fine. I think I'm going to try to do some leg extensions and legs maybe early next week, slowly. Then upper body maybe after 3 weeks, and carry on from there and keep people posted. Other than that, news is I had a TRT meeting with my doctor and I got blood drawn, and I posted a little lab test on Instagram, showed my testosterone actually went all the way down to 400, and I haven't changed anything. The dose has still been 200 straight, and normally it's been around 850 to 900 on the 200 milligrams per week dose of testipionate. So it was 400. So I did some troubleshooting, talked to the doctor, said I didn't change brands, but in reality, this is what happened. In the very, very beginning, I was using from the CVS pharmacy little 1 milliliter ampules of testipionate, and that was giving me the 850 900 number. And then I started using from a compound pharmacy a 10 milliliter bottle, so a different brand, and it slipped my mind, but that was the difference. So the brand is manufactured in India. It's Sun Pharma. So literally, even though it's from a pharmacy and I got it like,
but you chose the more expensive.
I chose the more expensive one thinking that it was going to be better quality.
But he actually told us that if you do the his compounded pharmacy one, that it would actually be.
He thinks it's overdose, the compound.
Yeah, he thinks if they they'll err on the side. Ooh,
but I was being ridiculous
they'll
though.
err on the side of getting extra.
But I was being ridiculous, and I thought paying more money equated to more potency or better quality product. So it's not. I think it might be underdoses from India. Sun Pharma is the brand. Anyone who knows anything about Underground Labs, Alpha Pharma is also from India, and it's an Indian pharmacy. So maybe it could just be the one bottle. So what I'm gonna do is, he actually gave me the approval to increase my dose to whatever gets me to that 1,000 to 1,100 nanograms per deciliter range. So I might have to do, which is not cool, 300 milligrams a week just to get me to that number, but it's with a product that's underdosed. So I'm gonna do a little comparative test and basically run the stuff I have now at 300 and see if it brings my T at 1,000 to 1,100, and then I'm going to switch to a new company and see what 300 brings. So just to truly test if it is underdosed or not, that's what we're going to do. So it's not always a for sure thing if you get your stuff from the pharmacy, unfortunately.
Against my wishes, Matt has decided to get into the gym a little bit and do a little bit of light legs. Why'd you just do that?
Because you're saying against your wishes.
It is against my wishes.
Alright guys, a little update. I'm actually done training. I'm starting to train very, very lightly now. 17 days post-surgery. So I'm still wearing my, my vest. Got my GYNO vest. So basically here's the lowdown on GYNO post-op. Since mine was a little bit intricate in the fact that, so I'm awake the whole time, local anesthetic, and I'm listening to the doctor talk to his assistant, and I guess there wasn't a lot of fat in the areola area, the chest area, so he couldn't really embed the skin into fat to make there be no indentation or no concave type of indent. So he had to do some other methods. So basically he warned me that I have to be extra cautious training and being active post-operation because basically it could rip apart if the skin doesn't heal to the muscle correctly. And I'll have to go back in, and seroma could build up, fluid could build up, and all that stuff. So I've been pretty much dormant and just couch potato the last 14 days, which has been driving me crazy. And then so only thing I've been doing is just cardio around the neighborhood, just like a pretty much like a old person, like a elderly couple. Me and Rachel just been walking around, very, very mild pace, just around our neighborhood here and there, just to get some blood flowing. And like I said, then we went and pulled out the stitches 8 days out, and then he still said don't train for another 2 weeks. But knowing me, I just started training again. This is my second day, and it's just been calves, leg extensions, ham curls, a little bit of tricep extensions, just really mild. So pretty much just to get blood moving. For my diet this whole 2 weeks, haven't done anything but protein vegetables, no carbs, no fats, just to compensate for the lack of activity, just being sedentary. So now since we worked out a little bit, got a little bit of exercise, we're gonna eat at Village Pub here and just keep it clean. But it's just nice to get out of the house because we're used to going out like every night. So now we haven't been out for 2 weeks. So we're gonna go enjoy ourselves.
Maybe a week. My grandparents were here.
2
We
weeks.
went out.
Oh yeah, maybe like 10 days. 10 days. That's a long time for us. Everyone knows that we go out all the time. So anyway, see what we can get here. All right, we have my first carb in about 12 to 14 days since I'm actually training a little bit so far. So 2 marinated chicken breasts, pineapple on top, small little baked potato, some vegetables, which might be a little oily, so I might bypass those, but chicken breast looks good. Rach, what'd you get? Special?
Pot roast.
The Tuesday night special here?
I think it's $6.99. It's $7.99. Pot
What a
roast
steal.
and potatoes. And then we got limeades from
Sonic.
Diet
Limeades. Diet cherry limeade, diet limeade lime. All right, here we go. I'm gonna tear into this Diet Pepsi, of course, with a little vase of more Diet Pepsi. And here we are at the Village Pub. Boom. All right, so we're thinking about getting this bear here. This tiny little bear. It's only
9 feet.
only 9 feet, $100. Seems like at Walmart right now because I got some food to get. But we're in the little Christmas section, and we're always the most embarrassed.
Outdoor. Yeah.
We're the most embarrassing house on the street, and we get really intimidated by everyone else and their decorations.
It's true.
We're trying to up our game, so we're thinking this is a secret. Maybe right there.
It's just not classy enough.
$100 for that much bear?
9-foot bear.
That bear would cover up our entire house. I think
just
that's
don't
the
know where we
key.
would put it.
This is going to be the best Christmas
Good
ever.
God.
Up on a housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good
Can you
old
imagine if it
Santa Claus.
ends up inside of our
Down
house
the
from
chimney
outside?
with
Kinda looks like
lots of
Meryl.
toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joy.
That'd be so scary.
Ho, ho, ho.
Kinda does.
Who wouldn't go? Ho, ho, ho.
This thing is scared the hell out of me. Can you imagine?
Up on a housetop, click, click, click. Well, no,
You come inside your house, it's on your recliner.
the chimney with good
That'd be a good trick.
He's not a dancer. He just kind of does the same thing.
Insane. Alright guys, so we're at a pumpkin farm right now. As you can see, open to the public. And what do I spot randomly? An actual cat. Just chilling by pumpkins. Home run. This is all worth the 30-minute drive. Random cats calmly sleeping by pumpkins. Why are they so chill with the public? It's insane. They're just like camping.
You guys are gonna be on my table in a few months.
Oh my gosh, the kids
You gotta fatten them up.
serving that turkey. Literally. Look at the blue one.
Now the sheep is
Look how cool that is.
It's a peacock.
That is awesome.
Sheepy.
Okay, I wonder if they have lines.
Get that water shot.
This is a very chunky, fuzzy bird.
Look at his little legs, dude.
So
Little sausage
I
legs.
think he's deciding if he's gonna hop in.
Look at that thing.
gosh.
It's hilarious.
Oh, buddy, you're not funny. You're just cute. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi.
Looks so friendly.
Hi, George.
Sorry, it's just that.
Man, Smokey's gonna be so jealous. Is he going nuts?
Oh, he would love it here, all these chickens.
Whoa, okay. Just grass feeding my cow.
That's a really long tongue.
All right, whoa, go gadget tongue. Whoa.
Whoa.
Is that a hiss?
I think.
Just grass feeding my cows.
We're at Market Grill Cafe in Las Vegas. We just got done at the the farm it's called, the animal farm, and Matt was starving. And I'd like to go see my friend for a quick 10 minutes on the strip while she's in town, so we're feeding Matt. So we've got,
Oh, are you being serious? You springing that on me?
yeah, he's bringing that on
How have you known about that?
for like 10 minutes. And we have the tzatziki and with vegetables, and then we have spinach and what was it? Oh, I don't remember. Spinach and something. Hummus with pita. We just got our food. Matt got a pomegranate chicken.
No carbs.
Extra chicken. And I got a chicken gyro.
Oh yeah.
Looks good.
Looks good.
We just left Bass Pro where we bought a ton of jerky stuff, and we're gonna buy a turkey roaster. It's like a fryer but without the oil. So we're gonna buy that, but the guy told us to buy it on Friday because it'll be on sale. So it's kind of him to let us know. And then we decided to go to the Silverton Casino and see it for the first time. Oh, Matt's eating some kind of, can I try that?
Wild boar. Low fat.
And then, oh, a stingray.
All right, guys, we're here at a buffet. So we just got done at the Bass Pro camping store to get some more beef jerky here, and it's connected to the Silverton Casino. So we decided to walk through. We haven't eaten for a while. We're just checking out some restaurants, and there's a buffet here that's like $10, and we rolled through it, and it's actually has really decent stuff, a lot of turkey, prime rib, salad bar, all that stuff. So me being not able to train at full capacity, I gotta watch myself here and not go crazy, and I'm probably gonna start with a salad bar, and then of course work my way to proteins, and then stay away from a bunch of junk, which I'm pretty good at that. I'm pretty disciplined. We're gonna train after this. Training capacity is about 40%. So we'll do like extensions, calf raises, basically burn some calories. I probably could train a little harder right now, but I'm just gonna be safe and wait till I see the surgeon again for him to analyze my progress of healing. But in reality, coming to a buffet before or cheating before training is actually more or less risky than consuming afterwards. A lot of people have their cheat meal post-training. and I've advised this many years, mainly because it's more relaxing to be able to go work out and then decompress and have a meal of your choice. But in reality, eating that meal beforehand is actually a least likelihood to store fat or nutrients in unfavorable compartments, fatty tissues or adipose. So eating and then maybe an hour later after food digests through the lymphatic system, things start circulating in your bloodstream before it gets distributed and stored. Then you go work out, put high blood flow into extremities, your muscle tissue of course, and you are going to be able to partition nutrients into muscle cells and almost have like a security blanket just from the training, the mechanical force. So it's not fun to train on a full stomach, but you'll actually probably be more foolproof to have a cheat meal prior to training. So anyway, we'll film what I get here. See if I stay true to my clean eating. We'll see. All right, buffet eating. Got my salad here. Artichoke hearts, a little garbanzo beans, very, very light little drizzle of the honey mustard the dressing, and proteins. So turkey breast, some top round, which top round is very lean. It's pink. Shrimp with cocktail sauce. So no starches. We're going to focus on greens first. Get that in my stomach, and then of course the proteins, which are most important. You know, this will negate the need for starches or stuff that's empty that I don't need since I'm not training that hard, and yeah, just kind of pointless. I don't really want to mess up my composition whenever still using that underdosed testosterone too, because I'm doing another test here soon to really confirm that it is underdosed. Rachel has pasta, way better cut of top round than I got because it's red. Turkey, soup.
Yeah, well, all the people, you missed out because
mine's weak sauce.
All the people that were not liking this rare stuff
They
were
were
like
getting it
putting it
grilled
on the grill when they could have just eaten your cut.
What a bunch of wusses. All right, here's the first session. I don't know how much more I'm gonna eat. I probably shouldn't eat too much more, but we'll see. And I'm doing water. All right, second round, more top round, more turkey, grilled onions, which looks super appetizing.
It was only $10, so
yeah. So here's the thing, guys.
sometimes when you go to a buffet,
Yeah.
I feel like you feel like
Yep.
stuffing your face, but you don't really have to when it's
Right,
$10.
right. So anyone out there, like if this was an expensive Vegas buffet, like normal one that costs like 60 to 80 bucks, I would be letting loose and not caring about my diet. But since I would be paying $30 or more for a salad somewhere else with chicken, I can kind of avoid extra treats here and just like, this only costs us $23. So if I'm not picking out on everything this place has to offer, it's not a big deal. So anyway, just vegetables and protein here. And yes, I was tempted to grab some breadsticks that look delicious, but it's all good. It's only 23 bucks.
Just waiting for people to come. Hi, baby doll. Hi.
Trick or treat. That's a cute little tiny cat. That cat is good. That cat is nice.
All right, guys, we're kind of loud with the traffic, but I'm on my daily walk, which I do around my neighborhood since I've been resting from surgery. It's about 3 weeks post GYNO surgery, so it's been about 20 days. Everything's healing up just fine. Just started training leg extensions, calves about 5 days ago. Very minor upper body, like cable curls for biceps, push downs for my triceps a little bit. Isolateral, so just single. Chest feels completely deflated, of course. There's been no real muscle activation there, obviously. The entire body basically feels really, I don't want to say, well, I guess depleted, because I haven't really been eating a lot of carbs, or any carbs for that matter, since I've been so immobile. Then on top of that, so it's one thing to have surgery and then be out of commission with no weight training, But then on top of that, figure out that your TRT or testosterone that's prescribed is pretty much fake or severely underdosed, so that's insane. So it's like a double whammy of atrophy. You know, you got muscle inactivation plus phony or phony TRT. So yeah, I definitely deflated quite a bit. Surprisingly, the body weight has dropped maybe about 7 to 8 pounds. So, you know, I was steadily weighing around 241 to 245, and now I'm like 234, 235. So obviously fluid, glycogen loss, a little bit of tissue loss, whatever. I did my final blood draw, not my final, I did a second blood draw to verify, God, these cars are loud, to verify my, my testosterone to be truly fake. So I increased it to 300 milligrams a week, and I ran that for 3 more weeks just to really put the nail in the coffin and do a blood draw to see how phony the testosterone is. And honestly, I've been at 300 milligrams a week, guys. That's essentially a cycle dose, and I should feel like just banging. I should have a sex drive through the roof. I feel nothing. So this stuff, Sun Pharma, freaking sucks. So we're gonna get the results from that blood draw here soon, and that's gonna seal the deal on how crappy and fake it is. And then I'm gonna bust open the new brand, Westward. So Westward, have read nothing but good reports about it. I guess it's similar like a Watson or whatever. So now I'm just gonna run blood work on every new brand of TRT that I get. Yeah, so now once I convert over to the Westward one, I hope I'll bounce back, feel a little bit more alive mentally, alive physically, with my muscles blowing back up a little bit and all that stuff. We're also hosting a client this weekend who flew in from Oregon. He's doing the Las Vegas Classic, and I'm gonna tell him that I'm talking about him. So I'm gonna give him a heads up. But basically, he's been under a lot of stress. He was just, what I want to say is that he's been honest with me, and I appreciate honesty, because he's like, hey, I've been losing my crap, been losing my shit, and I've been cheating. And he's like, I lost control on Monday. I had tons of stuff, fats, carbs, sugar. Then he loaded on 1,200 grams of low-fat carbs the next day or a couple days afterwards. You know, and a lot of guys, it's funny, whenever they cheat or they deviate from the plan, they still have enough, I guess caution, you could say, to make sure the carbs that they had were at least low fat. So they didn't have a lot of fat with them. So they are mindful, but they still kind of deviate, I guess, you know, to basically fix whatever, you know, issues, if they're depressed or if they're having a hard time or stressed. You know, some people like the serotonin rush and kind of go off their diet, and it makes them feel good temporarily. In doing that, we lost some conditioning, but we added a lot of fullness, and he needs to be filled out anyway. He's a taller guy. However, he came over, you know, a little bit watery, pretty watery for my liking. Stomach has already issues where we got to keep it in check, so we got to be very mindful of the ab control. But you know, I'm here to help him and fix whatever can be fixed, and come in and hone in the best possible package with what we got. And I think it'll actually be 15 pounds heavier than his last show. And regardless of the off and on dieting the last 2 weeks, because he's kind of lost control the last 2 weeks in between shows, I think we're going to be able to salvage a really good look. So I'm here to reinvigorate him and remotivate him and help finish strong. So I really appreciate people being completely honest with me. You know, he could have just said nothing, but I would have known from the weight, the scale going up. But a lot of people just don't say little things, and like they'll do things where they are insomniac and they don't sleep at night, and they kind of go to the bathroom, and then it goes to the kitchen, and they start grazing on food and snacking here and there. And to them, it might be negligible where they don't report it to me. But in all honesty, those little things over a day-to-day basis add up, those nightly grazings. So I really appreciate people being totally upfront and candid with me, because it makes me stop questioning my own self, where I'm banging my head against the wall, really stressing out about what's going on in this person's body. Anyway, we're gonna go through Josh's final few days, or actually last day. It's Friday. His show is tomorrow, so we'll take everyone through that. All right, just arriving to the weigh-in. It's Friday. We weighed 246 yesterday. Now we're 229, so we had some water to drop. Josh had a little carb frenzy a little earlier in the week, but I assured him we'd strip it off just fine. Got to make weight at 232, so we're a pound or two under, just to be safe.
This way or this way?
And then what we're gonna do is we're just going to monitor him every 2 hours and kind of gauge how much fluid and what to eat at that point, and make sure he's has a much fuller, rounder look this time on stage, and kind of see how he fares out. And keep everyone posted. He has his tan right immediately after his weigh-in right now. All right, we got Josh over here eating carb meal number 2. We made weight plenty, with plenty of leeway, because it actually got held back another hour. So instead of 4, we weighed in at 5. He is under 232. Like I said, the day before he was up to 246, so we had to drop a lot of water. We did just that. Now this is a second carb meal of about 100 grams worth of carbs from just regular rice, protein minimal, 5 ounces, and I'm gonna kind of monitor him and carb him up pretty much every hour to hour and a half, for just how his stomach's feeling, make sure he's not having too big of bloating issues or distension or gas. We have Tums, so calcium carbonate, of course, to alleviate some gas. We're still drinking. We don't want to cut off fluids with him, because we want him to have volume in his muscle, not be too dehydrated or flat. So just a little different approach from the last show we did, where we cut off water at like 5 sharp and just kind of, you know, took water shedding products and kind of went over the top with dryness, but we just want to experiment with a different look this time. So this is meal number 2, nothing fancy yet. We might, we're going to load him on some healthy fats, salmon towards bedtime, maybe some cornbread, and just kind of monitor the water and step on the scale and kind of see what his body weight and pictures are doing. So that's what we're doing now. Yeah, we have some V8 here too, simply because it supplies sodium and potassium in good quantity, as you can see. So it's kind of like a Pedialyte per se. That can be used backstage if needed, but once again, he's not going to be overly dehydrated to begin with. So that's what we're doing for now. So going on another walk. God, this light is bright. I literally love going on walks. It's like my meditation time. Literally, it's probably lowers my blood pressure naturally, just relaxing. Not really going at a pace to really burn fat or oxidize my fat as fuel or anything like that to get my heart rate too high, because hard to get my heart rate high anyway whenever I'm on a beta blocker. But it's just really nice to just have nice weather out in Las Vegas and actually walk and not freeze your butt off. So in November, I just want to say, talking to my client Josh earlier about the issue of coming in super full, and so he wants to do another show back to back next week. However, he has some speed bumps because he wants to eat after the show like anyone does. So he wants to eat Saturday night, wants to have breakfast Sunday, and then needs to get back on his diet to deplete, to get his water balance regulated before the next show a week later. But he's meeting his parents in California, and his mom wanted to do In-N-Out burgers. So thing is, after a show, guys, if you're training right after a show, you get a great pump, so you're rebounding, you're in your tank top, you're training in the gym, the mirror's looking great, you still have maybe some remnants of your tan on, you're round, you're full, your delts look crazy, you have crazy vascularity. So in your mind, you might be rebounding but looking really insane in the gym, as in round delts and just freaky fullness. Body fat hasn't really manifested yet, just because it's so premature. So the cells are really swelled up just from all the minerals, electrolytes, and glycogen, everything cram-packed. So in your mind, you're like, oh my gosh, if I go on stage right now, my skin's drum tight, like I will kill it if I come in this full, you know. Fortunately, also, the gym mirror's not showing the crevices, the finer details in your abdominal wall. It's not showing the lower back, because any place that you had a hard time losing fat during the dieting process is going to be the first place to store water. So those parts would be exposed if you were under stage lights at that moment in the gym that you look so great in. So, you know, you just really gotta be realistic with yourself. And I've done this a million times with myself as well. So like, I know the reality of transferring a physique that looks awesome in front of the gym, rebounded, than on the stage under lights. You just need to know that it's just a different ball game. So regulate your water balance a week later. You can come in to a show and experiment and try that, play that game, see how you fare. But you'll probably know and understand that it just doesn't really pan out to what you might have envisioned it as you looked at yourself in the gym, in the mirror. Just the finer details. Third carb meal, hour and a half, 90 minutes, every 90 minutes. Sticking with rice because he brought like about 1 billion pounds of rice with him. Apparently the Monday or Wednesday wasn't enough carbs. Josh just brought freaking a gallon of rice, 5 gallons of rice. So we got plenty of rice, and then we'll do, let's take a look at this Whole Foods little delicacy here. I think these are, you know, I wonder how accurate these are. So we found, I got these ginormous hunks of cornbread, like extremely thick. Usually cornbread is, there's buttermilk, there's enriched soybean oil, there's all that crap and that makes it fattening. But what they claim is 0.5, so a half gram of fat for 2 ounces, 75 calories. Okay, why in the hell does that say 2 grams of carbs? I think we've been bamboozled. I think we are misled here. It says 2 grams of carbs, 15 calories for 2 ounces. So maybe, I guess, so what, this is a pound, which is 16 ounces. I still don't think this is accurate. So, mother effer. Let's see the ingredients. All right, well, I don't see any oil or anything that would signify fat or fattening. So maybe the low fat's accurate, but that carb count's hilarious. Anyway, so we have this. I'm not worried about it, even if it does have a little bit of fat. Just because he's been depleting for at least 36 hours or so. He's been working out last 2 days, full body, or not legs, upper body. So that'll be all right. All right, Rach is cooking one of my favorite little dieting dishes. This is steamed cauliflower with, that's not fat, that's light sour cream. Is it light?
You got me.
Is it light or whole?
It's light.
Okay, so with light sour cream.
I don't do the fat-free. It tastes gross.
Well, we should do the fat-free. You guys at home that actually care about your fat intake.
You see my body? I'm not fat-free.
Anyway, so you take cauliflower. She's gonna blend the crap out of it and add. What else do you add to it? Garlic, another flavor.
I already put garlic in with there, so I actually bought chives, and sometimes we do brown butter, but I'm not gonna do butter.
No butter, so you can go butterless. And we're gonna whip that in the Vitamix, and it turns in literally a very good replica of mashed potatoes. So that's great. So she's cooking up, and that's 96% ground beef.
Matt's gonna throw away the garbage.
And yeah, it looks good. So that's good. We'll show you the end result of the cauliflower mash.
The company that does Matt yet?
There's the cauliflower mashed potatoes. Well, not potatoes, cauliflower mash. So high fiber, not much carbohydrates. There's tomato paste in there.
Too long, so they're a little bit more watery than I've made in the past. Sorry.
Yeah. Good going. Made them just a watery mess. Just joking. No, they're good. Nothing can be worse than, we won't say the name of the place we went to that had the cauliflower mash. That was like injected with like water.
Oh my god.
It was so gross. It was nasty. This stuff's actually legit. So she could have left it a little more firm, but it's still very good. Radish chest. There you go. Right there. That looks perfect. Pressure on quads. Half. Yep. There you go. Arm, legs. There you go. Stomach, legs. Yep. Coming to our final couple meals. Fresh Atlantic salmon. Just introduce some little bit of fats that aren't. I like salmon basically over steak for most part because the tissue, the actual protein is easier for your stomach to process because it's flaky and light. Whereas a lot of people when they eat steak or hamburger, it's just it processes a little slower. Even though it's great and it obviously can fill you out, it can just kind of sit in your stomach. So this will have omega-3 and all that good stuff. Plus the texture of the actual meat is a lot more tender. That's hilarious, you're putting soy sauce on it. And I will have him eat a little bit more of a dense carb. He'll bust into the beloved cornbread with the misinformation on the nutrition facts. And then we're gonna just kind of have him chill out and see how he feels after this meal. Once again, this is just to top off some glycogen. Like I said, he loaded real good in the beginning of the week, so we're just kind of just topping off the gas how you would, with your car. So just kind of getting some extra carbs in there after he made weight. Salmon okay?
Mm-hmm. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Do you do 3 English or 3 muffins? So 90 grams of carbs. And then Josh is actually drinking his egg whites, which is cool, and we do it. A lot of people do it. Some people just get a little bit bloated and it goes right through them because you don't digest it very well, but he says he has no issues, so he's drinking his egg whites. Simple as that. And first meal, decently heavy, 100 grams of carbs, about 90 to 100. And then we're going to keep it light from here on out. We're actually going to keep water in play just to keep him full. As far as like a diuretic or taking anything for water loss, we might do a little something mild, but still keep the water intact just to keep everything full as possible. And just monitor how his stomach feels, really. Just see if he's feeling okay, you can still eat. You can eat a little bit more. So if not, we're going to back off on the food and just stick to rice cakes. Simple as that.
The stage, can I have 103, please? 109, 108, 101, and 106.
Come on, Josh! Legs tight, Josh! Outer pressure on quad. Chest up.
Go, Josh!
Radish. Blow, 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 blow. More.
Sit on it, Josh!
Relax.
Fist back.
Relax. Face the front of the stage. Hands on head, abdominal and thighs.
Both legs. Blow, blow, blow. Both legs, Josh. Go. Both legs. Yep.
Relax.
All right, we got done with prejudging, and Josh had like the biggest class. So they're doing 5'10" and up, and Josh is like 6'2". So in my opinion, I wish they did 6 foot and up. So we were a little concerned about obviously the shorter 5'10" guys because they're usually compact, a little rounder and thicker. But first call out.
14 guys, and then you got first call out.
First call out, and we brought him in full. You'll see the video, shoulders, chest, delts, everything was way fuller. So I'm really proud of him. I thought he looked freaking awesome. He posed really well. You hear me yelling at him? You can hear me yelling at him in the audience. So first call out of a pack of 14 guys. It's really good. So I'm really happy and proud of him.
Place medallion and present that to competitor number 101, Sheldon Honey. Present our 4th place finalist award to number 106, Josh Musgrave. Third place finalist, number 108, Justin. Thank you, Alan. We'll take one by yourself. Thank you, gentlemen. By the champion alone, center stage. What's your favorite shot?
All right, post-show, post-Las Vegas Classic. Nothing new here, guys, at Umaya with Josh.
Oh, we didn't even do a wrap-up.
Wrap-up,
Yay!
Josh.
Go, Josh.
Fourth place.
Wait, no.
Fourth place Classic Physique out of 14 guys, so we were very happy and satisfied with that top 4. He got second at a show earlier, but he's actually feels better getting fourth at a harder show. We're gonna stay pretty tight to the diet, and he's gonna do a show in 1 week.
Fourth place massive.
Yeah, they actually give a really nice solid medal. It actually is really heavy. It's literally heavy. So props to Steve Carr.
4 or 5 pounds.
Literally 4 or 5 pounds. Steve Carr putting on the Las Vegas Classic. They were giving out Neil Anderson like sculptures. Actually, here's his son right now. Here we go. So nothing new here. Just Umaya. We're gonna do all you can eat. I'm gonna have some food.
I'm gonna have a lot of food.
Josh is gonna have some food. This guy already refeeded yesterday, but we're gonna put him on 50 grams of carbs till Thursday after his double refeed. So
I'm gonna suffer another 4 days.
but he still looks good. Sunken face, veins. All right,
It's worth
Off-season shred.
here we go. That's what I like when I strike fear in clients where they're like, kind of like, I don't want to eat that too much fat. That's like, yes, I'm ingraining in their head.
So
They're like obsessive compulsive.
I want to like.
That's what I like when I strike fear in client where they're like, kind of like, I don't want to eat that too much fat. That's like, yes, I'm ingraining in their head.
So
they're like obsessive compulsive.
I want to like.
Post-contest. Next day, lounged around for a while. Now Matt and Josh are getting a little workout in. Josh is doing back here. He's going to compete in a week again. Matt is wearing his vest with his cat shirt that he loves a lot. I can't pet that cat. With his really awesome vest.
I look like a cop.
No, you look like you got some weird S&M vest on.
I look like Stryker from Mortal Kombat.
I don't think so.
No, I look like Stryker.
baby stacks, sorry. And Josh is already digging in for the biscuits and gravy. He's got an omelet over there. Matt's got, of course, tomatoes and egg white omelet with spinach. I have an omelet, same one as Josh, and then pancakes on the way, and so does Josh. Looks good.